Welcome back, everyone. Great to have you here today on episode 18 of the Integrative Health Coach Success Podcast. Excited to get into today's topic because, as I said, really from the very beginning of the show, maybe through the first 30 or so shows, we're going to be giving you A to Z what you need to do in order to start your health coaching career in business, really get it set up. But also, no matter where you are in your journey, sometimes it's nice to take a step back and say, am I doing things right from the beginning? Meaning, like, do I have the right foundation in order to be able to grow to even new heights? So that's what really these first, let's say, 30 shows are all about. And then we'll get into some more intricacies and different growth-based patterns. Happy to do that. A lot of it will be based on what you're looking from the show. No doubt about that. And of course, we're always asking, what do you want to hear more of? That's what it's all about. So if you could take a moment just to subscribe on YouTube, we would love that, or subscribe on your favorite podcast player. So our goal is, again, get this message out completely free to all of the different health professionals out there to say, how can you be more successful? You've already put in the time, you've already put in the work and the effort to learn more about your given field. Now you have all this information and you need to get it out to more people. That is what we're trying to help you to do. We know that we can help you do that based on 25 years of my own personal private practice, working with well over 250,000 people, and now developing programs and protocols globally for people literally all over the world. We deliver to 30 countries all over the world and we've reached over 20 million people now with the Cabral Concept podcast. And of course, the Integrative Health Coach Success Podcast is to help now other practitioners like our IHPs continue to grow and be successful. So we're now going to talk about today choosing the right software and systems for your business. Now, I like to always explain this because if you look at, let's just say, Equalife right now. With Equalife, it's a massive operation, right? It's a massive operation, but it didn't start that way, right? It didn't start that way. It started as me in private practice, working one-on-one with lots of different private wellness clients, okay? So the software I used then and the systems I used then looks very different from what we use today. If I told you the amount that we spent on all this different software, and what's called now a tech stack, that's the fun word for it. So what's your tech stack? As well, it's like, here are the dozen different softwares we use to run our business. Now, here's the thing though. You need to always start with the end in mind, but only the end for the next 12 months. So I don't worry about, let's say we're 10 times the size of what we are now in 24 months. We're going to need more. We're going to need different things. We're going to need the business will look different then. That's okay. I'm going to wait for that to happen. Okay. I believe it will happen. We are working towards that. And I'll worry about those issues when those arise, right? I'll plan for them. But I'm not planning for that for this current year. So, and the thing is, you shouldn't either. So if you are beginning your health coaching business, if you're really if you just still need to get yourself full in terms of one-on-one consultations or your group consultations or your online programs, you need to make sure that you have these things down pat first. So I'm going to give you 3 big ones today that are must-haves. Like, they're literally must-haves. If you're seeing clients, you need to do these 3 things. Now, why did I choose these 3? Because here's the thing. Again, if you're seeing people one-on-one or in small groups or semi-private or whatever it might be, you're spending time educating people, right? You are providing an amazing service that these people need and they see value in, which means, though, if you're working anything else besides that, then you're most likely not being compensated appropriately for what you're valued at, for what your value is, and therefore you should be doing less of those activities. Well, the nice thing is you can automate much of those. So you can't automate it completely, but you can automate a lot of that. So that's what I want to take you through here today, because remember, you are a valuable asset and time is your most valuable asset of you, because you only have so much time. And especially if you're working part-time in this career, well, don't spend half of the time you have available on all of the systems and different things that you need to get back to, right? Spend 3/4 or 80% of that time actually with people, right? So if you're a personal trainer, do sessions, do appointments. If you're a massage therapist, if you're an acupuncturist, if you're a naturopathic doctor, functional medicine doctor, if you're a health coach, whatever it might be, spend your time giving value to people, because the law of reciprocity also says If you give, you will also receive. And that's a great thing. If you don't allow yourself to receive, you are breaking one of the universal laws. Allow yourself to receive. You then have more to give. That's okay. That's a good thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you three must-have online systems. All right, so let's go over those now. So the first one is this. If you are manually scheduling people, don't do that, right? The only people I believe that should be manually scheduling, that's like just said and done, are personal trainers. And let me share with you why. Because the goal of a personal trainer is to fill your schedule and know your schedule every single week with recurring clients. It's one of the best careers in the world. And as long as you do right by your clients, you can make an amazing income, changing lives, and you're going to have very little blips in your schedule. Because let's say this. Okay, you meet with a new client, you say, okay, what time is best for you? And they say, 5 o'clock. We'll say, okay, I don't have 5 o'clock, but I have 5:30 on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and it's my last 5:30 that I have. After that, all the 5:30s are gone. And you can only do then 4:45 or 6:15. They say, okay, I'll take it. I'll take Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:30. And good. Now that person is in your schedule forever, unless they tell you, hey, I'm going to be out next week on vacation, or I'm going to be traveling, or I'm sorry, but I'm moving to, Wyoming, and I can't train with you anymore. And even for some of those cases, you say, well, can you still do a virtual appointment if you're traveling, if you're whatever, to stay on track? And they might say, sure, I can do 2 of those. I can't do 3. And that's great. And so you still keep them in your schedule. Okay. I've taught this to personal trainers and health professionals all over the world, and it works great. So you just want to fill up all your time slots, your available time slots, with people. Now, for everybody else, schedule is variable because you're not seeing everyone else 2 or 3 times a week forever, right? They're going to be every 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever it might be. So what you want to do is you want to get yourself a good online scheduling system. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, yeah, I've heard that before. Okay, well, but we need you to do it. And here's why. It's so inexpensive. It's either $10 a month or free, because so many of them are free, right? Now, there are more expensive ones. When I had really large practices, we used mind-body software, and it was good. It was good software. It was pretty robust. It allowed us to charge for products through that, for scheduling for massage therapists, for personal trainers, for nutritionists, for functional medicine doctors, Ayurvedic-based services. It was phenomenal, right? It was great. But a couple $100s a month, expensive. But you can use Calendly, Schedule Once, or many others, again, I don't have a favorite, that are free or $10 a month. Okay, so we used Acuity when I switched to a private concierge practice that allows you to take credit cards right through it. That was great. So Acuity scheduling is great. I use Calendly for a lot of my private meetings. That's only $10 a month. So honestly, they're all great and they're easy to use. So check that out. I'll put the links today. Just go to ihp.coach/018. ihp.coach/018 for all of the links to all these different types of software. So the nice thing is you can just set the times you're available for, let's say your schedule over the next 90 days. That's really all you need to do, or even the next 60 days, and allow your clients to book right into that. And those are your available time slots. And they can do that at, 11 o'clock at night, and the next thing you do is you get an alert and you're like, oh, this person's scheduled for this date. They're all set. The nice thing is these softwares also cut down on all your email. They automatically send out emails or text reminders of when the person's appointment is, confirming, and then also a day before they will give them a reminder. You could set it at 2 days before. So they're really, really nice. And just check out all the different services that you want. So my recommendation, though, is start with a really inexpensive one or a free one for right now. You can always upgrade. You can always change at any time. And then on your website or your Facebook page or your Instagram page, you can just have a scheduling link, and it can go directly right to this software. So even if you don't have a website, you can go directly towards the software. So really, really easy and very professional as well. And that will cut you down from having to have an assistant to help as well. So really, really easy. Okay. The second one is this. It's emails. Okay. So this isn't necessarily a software, although I'll give you a software. This is more about, and I'm going to talk about this more in the future. It's called the batching and chunking. People check email all day long on this device and a laptop and a tablet and anything else. Okay, their smartwatch, whatever it might be. You can't do that because your most valuable time is teaching and educating. And that's one-on-one with people, small groups, whatever it might be. It would even take into you writing social media posts. So don't do that, all right? You can do it in the morning before work starts. You can do it at lunch. You can do it at the end of the day. Okay, all I'm saying is this. Block out the times you have to do your email, and then don't do it any other time. The other time should be scheduled in your schedule for creating content online or working with people, right? But there's more to this, okay? It's not that simple, right? So that's the first tip. The second is this. Create a separate way for you to view just business emails. So on this phone right here, I get all of my email. However, inside of the Apple app, I can actually just look at just my business email. So when I open up my phone, I can set it to just looking at like my team email or private wellness client, whatever I need to do. And that then doesn't allow me to have to filter through 20 messages of spam and friends and whatever else. So choose one email address that only goes out to what I call like your VIPs, the private clients that are part of your VIP package, like whatever it might be. Or your team members, right? So that's it. Those are the only emails that you need to go through. So now when you have 10 minutes before work, 10 minutes lunch, maybe 20 minutes at the end of the day to finish up for the day, that is what you're looking at first. That's what gets done. Then you can save the personal ones, the shopping ones for later at night if you want, when it's just more relaxed, fun time. Okay. Now, you can do this in a few ways. So you can definitely just use Gmail. There's no doubt about it. However, there's a little pause there. I want you to be, you're obviously a professional. You're taking time to better yourself so that you can give more to others. Get a professional email. You don't even have to have your own website. A lot of people don't know this. You can go to, I used to use a service called oneandone.com. It's now called Ionos. It's hard to spell. I don't know. It's a difficult one, right? But I'll link it up. You can even just go oneandone.com, but it's one and then and spelled out and then one.com. So the numerals, not Roman numerals, but actual numerals. But I'm going to link that up, or it's Ionos. You can purchase web domains there, okay? And then you don't have to set up a website yet. So let's just say, like my practice is called Cabral Wellness. Okay. So cabralwellness.com, great. Or whatever. But even if you don't have a website with it, it could just be my name. It could just be Steve at cabralwellness.com if I wanted to. And you don't have to have a website. So you can actually purchase a domain, which is typically, maybe it's like free the first year and then like $15.99 every year after that. And then you own that domain. And then you can also sign up for email. If you want to do it through Gmail, it's like $5 a month. Or you can do it, I think, right through one-on-one, Ionos. And that's probably like $5 to $10 a month. And so it's simple to do. And now when you give someone your email, it's a professional email. That, trust me, that's worth $5 a month. No doubt about it. Because when someone, let's say it's a massage therapist or a personal trainer or someone, they give me their email and it's like Hillary L. Smith 125493 at gmail.com. I'm like, oh, it's not, it's not as professional. It only costs $5 a month. Let's get ourselves a professional one. And then you can link it right up to your phone or anywhere else and you get to use that. So that's definitely a big one for your professionalism. And again, making sure that there's one spot, one inbox only that you check. And you only set yourself for 10 minutes. That's it. Whatever you need to be able to answer that. Because remember, you can answer 10 emails in 10 minutes. You really can. Read the email, respond. Read the email, respond. Now, if it's a bigger one from a wellness client, sure, that might take a few more minutes. There's no doubt about it. You save those for the end of the day, right? Save that for the end of the day. Because if not, if you send them during the day, you're going to get 2 and 3 replies back with more questions. That's the way these things work. You'll find that out if you're just getting into practice. But you do it overnight. Okay, the next one comes in and you can answer the next one the next night when they're longer questions. So, you can just use the flag, right? Flag that email. It has to get done by the end of the day. All right. So that's that. And how do you link them up? I wrote just as a note. honestly, you can figure all these things out just by typing the question obviously into Google, but there's great YouTube videos if you ever need to say, how do I set up my own private email with a Gmail-based account? And you're going to find a YouTube video on that. So easy enough. Okay. The last one is this third system that I want you to implement. You've got your online scheduling. It's going to save you time. It's going to make you more professional. You've got your own email. You batch it during the day. And also you've got your own now email URL. Now you're going to look so much more professional. Great, because this is also about professionalism. You're a pro. You want to charge like a pro. You give services like a pro. Make it all professional about you, right? Don't make some little strange things that looks amateur. All right, the third one is this. Program templates. Okay, so way back in the day, about 25 years ago, I started as a personal trainer. Started as a nutritionist. I wrote up all new nutrition plans for each client, and I wrote up all new programs every single time. Now, everything I did was always customized. However, I was rewriting it every single time. Eventually, I realized, well, this person's going to need a higher calorie plan as a hard gainer. This person's going to need a lower carbohydrate plan. This person's going to need more of a food sensitivity-based plan. So I wrote them up, and then I would tweak them based on the client. And then for personal training clients, I had about, let's say a lot. It was like 20 something programs. And then I would adjust that based on their level, what they needed. I would always start them with unilateral based workouts first. I wrote about all of this and gave all of these workouts away in my book called A Man's Guide to Muscle and Strength. It's not just for men, it's for women too. And the publisher is Human Kinetics. Great textbook company basically for personal trainers, but it can be used for general population because it's for all people. It's basically a year workouts that I could adjust them based on the client. What about wellness clients? Well, transition into integrative health, functional medicine. What did I do? Well, again, I wrote every single person's nutrition plan and nutritional supplement plan and all these different things for each person. Then I realized, you know what? I need to create templates just like I did back in the day. So I created nutritional supplement templates. And if you're inside of Integrative Health Practitioner, if you're a student there, you know, in level 2, we give you like a dozen or 24 different templates that you can then choose from based on a typical scenario of digestive issues, candida overgrowth, bacterial overgrowth, H. pylori, parasites, low mood, low energy. It's like everything is right there, right? Everything is there. And then, of course, based for that individual, you just tweak it. You just personalize it. You take a little bit of this out, a little bit of that out, you add a little bit of this, and that's it. So here's the thing. In the beginning, it takes some time, but then it's done. And now you read a lab, you'll get faster at reading your labs if you're an IHP level 2. And then what do? Well, you have your now labels that are basically done. That might take you 5 minutes. So now this used to take you an hour, and now you get it down to like 20 to 30 minutes all in. So it actually moves really fast. I mean, really, really fast once you've done it and you have these templates. The last part I'll say is this. You're going to get the same 20 or 30 questions over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So create an FAQ. FAQ stands for frequently asked questions. Put it on the backside of your website if you'd like, or just keep it. What we did for a decade is we just kept a giant Word document. That's it. And here was the question. You can obviously search it. And here's the answer. And so all we do is we open up the document and we copy and paste into an email. Now, we'll of course tweak it and personalize it for that person, but it has the basic gist. For example, let's say someone's doing the 21-day functional medicine detox. Do I have to do the 2 days of fasting in weeks 2 and week 3? We only get that question 100 times a week. And so we say, no, you don't have to. Here's your 3 different options. You can do the 2 days, you could do 1 day, or you can just follow the 3 through 7 meal plan all the way through days 21. Done. That's it. So again, your job, all of these things hopefully you saw today, is to save you time. Because that time then, if you get back an extra hour per day, now you can invest your time in someone that needs your help, and you get compensated when you work with someone. You don't get compensated necessarily for your emails and writing these programs. Now, I've taught you before of how to build those in, and I'll do that more in the future as well with packages rather than appointments. You don't want appointments, you want packages. We'll talk about that more in the future. But this will give you back an hour of your day. I'm telling you, 20 minutes of scheduling, 20 more minutes of email, 20 more minutes of writing program templates. That's an hour a day. You might even save 2 hours a day. Great. So if you make $100 an hour or $50 an hour, you just made $100 to $200 more a day. If you do that 5 days a week, you make $1,000 more per week, right? Is that right? No, $500 more a week, we'll say. Could be more. $500 more a week times a month. Now you're looking at what? Now you're looking at $2,000 a month, could be $4,000 a month if you take back 2 hours a day. So again, these are game changers. These are game changers for your business, but also game changers in terms of you have more time to either spend with your family or more time to be serving the clients that need you the most. So hopefully today's podcast was helpful. We do appreciate you tuning in. Of course, we would love your support by subscribing on your favorite podcast player or right on YouTube. And of course, feel free to review the show as well. Thank you so much. Feel free to, again, to pass this on to anyone else you believe it would serve. We always like that, getting more brilliant health coaches into the community too. All right. Take care, everyone. I'll talk with you soon. All the show notes today for all the links are at ihp.coach/018. Take care.